Hi guys! So my name is GIANNAPAOLA. It's actually GIANNAPAOLA Jimenez, and I'm a 19-year-old Latina, Dominicana, who, I don't know, I just love makeup. I love things beauty, all things like, you know, pretty, glitzy, glam. That's me. If there's glitter, I'm there. I just love this stuff. I love doing this stuff, and it's been a year of me going back and forth saying I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I really am. I'm really gonna do it. I even bought myself, like, I had cameras and I had equipment and stuff, but I even bought myself an even better camera so that I can have like really good footage. And I bought this camera, what, like 6 months ago? And did nothing for 6 months. I just like talked about it. I talked about how I'm gonna start my YouTube channel. I even filmed videos, would import into like Final Cut Pro and still not do anything. And then something happened to me 2 weeks ago and I was like, you know what? F this. I'm gonna stop being, you know, a little about everything and just do it. Because before I would film something and if I was even out of focus for a second, I'd be like, no, I have to, you know, delete the whole footage and do it all over again. And you know what? Now I like realize, you know, it doesn't really matter. You could be out of focus for a second. If you're doing what you love, you're doing what you're doing, you know, people are gonna love what you're doing, and like, you know, that same thing's gonna happen back and forth. So you know what? I said F it. And I sat down, I bought a couple extra things like a nice backdrop and this, that, or whatever. But I finally sat down, you know, I got organized, I started like planning out my videos, doing what I wanted to do, and I'm actually having fun doing it. So yeah, that is me, that is what I aspire for my YouTube channel to be this like place of beauty. So if you like any of that stuff, you can definitely find it here. And yeah, so for my first tutorial, I said I'm gonna do something that is completely out of my comfort zone, and the color blue, just the color, straight up the color blue is out of my comfort zone. I have never worked with blue before. I did this look. So I was like, let me create this gunmetal smoky eye as my first look, because I want this channel to kind of also inspire me to step outside of my box, step outside of my comfort zone, what the heck is zone, and do things that I've never done before. Like this. YouTube is something that I've never done before, never thought I'd be doing, you know? So if you want to follow me on my makeup journey, it'd be really cool if you'd, you know, I'm gonna have my social media handles either down below or right here, and it'd be cool if you followed me on all of those, but it'd be especially cool if you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can kind of stay updated as to what I'm doing. If you want to know how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So I went ahead and did the other eye off camera. Now I'm going to start on this eye, and we're going to start off by applying a primer. I like to use concealer, especially for these types of look where I want the color to shine through. I'm in the shade Tan Sand. It's kind of this like yellow undertoned concealer, which I really like because it cancels out my veins. So I'm going to take my favorite concealer brush, and this is the Sephora brush. This brush is so good. It's like one of my holy grails. It's the number 57 brush. It's a airbrush concealer kind of brush, which is really bomb for blending out concealers, especially like on the eyelid. So as soon as I buff that out, I quickly want to set it with a translucent powder. I'm just going to grab my Coty Airspun powder. So I'm just going to brush off the excess powder. So now that we have this base, we can get started with the eyeshadows. I'm actually going to go in to my Violet Voss palette and take the shades Transition and Hashtag and use that as my transition shades. So what I like to do is put 2 fingers down here so I can it kind of guides me to where my transition is, and I know that my transition is just below where this finger is, so that's where I like to put it. so I put in more of hashtag. We are gonna go into the Tarte palette. So I'm gonna be taking my M433 brush from Morphe, and it's this like very small shader brush. It's dirty because I used it on my other eye, but it's a small shader brush that allows me to pack on the shadow. I'm gonna dip into Starry Night. I'm just gonna pack it on. So now I'm gonna dip into my E23 brush, the one I was using before, and with no extra product, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend. Okay, so now that we got kind of to where I wanted to get with the matte shadow, I am going to go in with First Impressionism. To go in with First Impressionism, I want to go in with one of these kind of synthetic brushes. This is just an M224 from Morphe. There's a bunch of these brushes out there. I actually have a bunch of like different things that I use when I want to pack on glitter, and one of them is an actual paintbrush, so you can really use just about anything. So what I'm gonna do is dip into First Impressionism, and then I'm gonna take my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix and spray the brush with some of it. Okay. So that makes the like eyeshadow extra pigmented. So I'm just gonna start right around here. So I'm going to go in with a blending brush and just blend this out. Okay, so now that this is blended to filth, we're going to go in with glitter. So the very first glitter that I'm going to go in with is this one from NYX. It's in the shade Gunmetal. Oh my god, this glitter is beautiful. It's just a really pretty like kind of navy blue. So what you want to do is just tap down to kind of get more onto the little pot. And I'm going to put that down, and I'm actually going to put some glitter glue, and I'm actually going to take this one from NYX. It is the Glitter Primer. This stuff makes your like glitter last all day long. I really love this stuff. So I'm actually going to take that same synthetic brush, and I am just going to put this onto the lid. So next thing I want to do is take the actual glitter, and again I'm going to just keep on using that synthetic brush from Morphe. And I'm literally just going to pack. Look at that. Oh my god. Whew. I wish my background was this color. That would look really cool. So I'm gonna just pack this onto the eyelid. I'm gonna go in with Urban Decay Glam Rock, and it's a silver glitter. I'm going to obviously have to clean down here when I do the rest of my face, but for the eyeshadow this is pretty much it. I'm gonna go and use some mascara. I'm gonna take the Perversion mascara from Urban Decay. I'm gonna be taking the Flutter lashes ones, and these are in the style SlayLa, and I'm gonna put them on off camera just because I want to dedicate a whole video to how to apply falsies, and it's not going to be this one, so I'm going to go ahead and apply them off camera. So the first thing I like to do is go in with moisturizer. I think it's super important, especially in these like really cold months here in New York City. If you're not wearing moisturizer or some kind of like hydrating product on your skin, you're bound to have like Sahara Desert. right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite moisturizers, and that is the Tarte Drink of H2O. It's just bomb. The name says it all. It really feels like your skin is like taking a drink of water. And then what I like to do is mix it in with also the Tarte Maracuja Oil. So after I do that, I like to start my face. So I'm gonna take this Sephora Beauty Amplifier Ultra Smoothing Base. Then I'm gonna take this Quickie Blending Sponge from Tarte, and I apply it with, like, you know, the flat end of the sponge, and I just apply it on my face, starting with the nose and then going out. So after I do primer and I let it sit on my skin, I'm actually going to be color correcting today because I feel like my under eyes are just like on some extra shit today. They're like extra dark and I really need to color correct. So I'm going to be using this LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is, I believe, just the shade Orange Corrector. E26 brush from Morphe. This is just like a dual-ended. This side is for concealer, this side's for foundation. I like to use this to apply my color correcting more precisely. Seriously, you do not need a lot. Just the slightest little amount to kind of counteract the darkness. Now that we look a crazy mess, I'm actually going to go in with another concealer brush, and it's the one I actually used in the beginning of this video. Ooh, almost fell. And it is the 57 brush from Sephora, and it's just like this airbrush kind of brush, and I just use this to blend this out even more. Next. So now we're gonna do something that I know a lot of people are gonna think is very, very unconventional, but this is the only way that what you did with the color correcting is gonna actually do something. So what I like to do is I like to go in with a translucent powder to set in the color correcting. I'm not taking a bunch of powder, like I'm not baking, so I'm gonna show you guys. I'm just gonna use this Laura Mercier powder. So basically, I'm gonna take powder. Obviously that's a lot, and look, you are going to dust off so much excess. Basically there's going to be barely any powder left on your brush, and that's exactly what you want. For foundation today, we're going to be taking the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation mixed in with the All Day Luminous Foundation from NARS. I'm going to go back in with my E26 brush from Morphe and just kind of mix these two together. So I'm going to be using this to apply. Take this Morphe M444 brush. This is really full coverage, but I'm about to show you guys what I'm gonna do so I can like clean up the edges of my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take the Shape Tape, and I'm literally going in on just one swipe for the rest of my face. I'm not going to go back in and dip again. Okay, So now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and just, I actually have some powder left. This is some Laura Mercier powder, and I'm just gonna set my under eye. But before I set it, I'm gonna turn the sponge over and make sure I have no creasing. Which I don't, because these concealers, they really don't crease. And I have the most like creasable eyelids known to man. So now that we set in where I put concealer, I want to set in the rest of my face using a foundation powder. And right now, my obsession is the Bare Minerals BarePro. So I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics. This is, I believe, the V1 brush. It was from their vegan line. And I am just going to tap this on the product and then tap this on my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the under eye, and for that I'm basically gonna take the same exact shadows that I used beforehand. Waterline, and I'm going to be taking this AMC Gel Liner from Inglot. This is the original black one, and I'm just gonna take this basic angled brush. This is from BH Cosmetics and it's the 107 brush. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara on this, and I'm going to use the Excessive Lash from Makeup Forever. It's a small little kind of brush. Okay, so I went ahead and finished the other eye, and now we're going to finish the rest of the face. So I'm going to start by doing a little bit of powder contouring, and I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour in Ash Brown. I really like this because it like gives me that like kind of cool tone with still a little bit of warm tone kind of color. I don't like it too cool because then I look money, and then I don't like it too warm because then I kind of look a little orangey. So I'm going to be dipping into my MAC 168 brush, and it's just this angled brush. There's dupes for this, there has to be. No one needs to pay this amount of money for a stupid brush. Okay, so now that we've contoured, I'm gonna move on to bronzer. And for bronzer, especially for a look like this that has very cool toned eyes, I really want to go a little ham with the bronzing of the skin and, you know, making it kind of glow and be a little bit warmer. So I'm gonna be taking two of my favorite bronzers. Two of my favorite bronzers. I don't use them like interchangeably. I actually use them together. And this is of course the Hoola from Benefit. And this I need to learn how to speak real quick. So this is from e.l.f. This was $1. So I like to take my R7 brush from Morphe, and what I do is I dip into the Hoola and then I dip into this one, pick up some product, tap off the excess, and just right above the contour. So now we're gonna go in with highlighter, and I'm gonna be taking this bitch. It doesn't even smell. It doesn't even smell like anything. Just, I love this highlighter. Like I honestly, truly, really, like seriously, I've never like seen a highlighter that glows this much. So I'm just gonna go in with my Royal & Langnickel Highlight and Glow brush. So yeah, just gonna apply this on the high points of the face, which is, you know, put it on here. Okay, so before I put on my lipstick, I want to set my face in. I'm going to be taking my Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. Start over. Okay, so the last thing that's left to do is a lippy. So I'm going to use the Tarte, what are you? Tarte Naughty Nude, this lip paint. It's in the shade Crop Top. And then I'm going to be taking this Lipland gloss in the shade, I think, Eden. Yes. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to my very first YouTube video. There's so much more to come. So if you want to, you know, keep on following me on my makeup journey, then please hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget to click the little bell so you get notified when I upload a brand new video. And yeah, I'll see you in my next one.